Howdy gamers, let's talk about the runes for Master Yi Jungle. Runes don't really offer him a ton of value, but it does add to what his kit already naturally does. The most common keystones I see on him are Conquer, Lethal Tempo, and Hail of Blades. Conquer is pretty good. Lethal Tempo I think isn't that great, as even though it does offer a lot of attack speed, whenever you queue onto a champion, it's not really necessary that you're going to stick onto them or that they'll retaliate to fight you, so the attack speed can go entirely wasted. The bonus AD built up from Conquer also beats the attack speed offered from Lethal Tempo in a lot of cases for Master Yi. You're already getting attack speed in your build and through your ult, so to get it through the keystone isn't really as necessary. To amplify your true damage from the E and then also just from all your basic attacks through Conqueror gains a lot more value. With something like Hail of Blades, I think it's more suited to like kill one enemy, and with Master Yi, I think your goal is to kill like every single enemy versus just one. So with Hail of Blades, you gain 110% attack speed whenever you attack an enemy champion for the first time for up to 3 attacks, and that gives you more initial burst, but then you're really just at a loss, and the benefit of it, I don't see it outweighing Conquer. So the only keystone that I'm going to recommend for Master Yi is going to be Conquer. With Conquer, your basic attacks and abilities that deal damage to an enemy champion grant you 2 stacks of Conquer for 6 seconds. This gives you bonus adaptive force based on your level, and then per stack, once it's stacked up to 10 times, you heal for 15% of the damage that you deal to champions. So with that, you're gonna build up bonus AD, which you do really quickly whenever you start fighting on Master Yi, and then that bonus AD is gonna go a long way. It's gonna give you more damage on your auto attacks, more damage on your Q, and then more true damage on your E, which is the most important part, as Master Yi is looking to get things started, and then with Conqueror built up, you're just simply dealing more damage once you activate your E, and with that, you're just able to deal way more damage to all the champions that you're hitting, and you just gain way more value through that. The healing offered from Conqueror isn't really that significant, but it does help Master Yi, as you have healing from other sources, and with it, you just have more HP to play with, and the more HP to play with Master Yi, the longer you can stay alive, and then the more likely you are to win a fight because of it. Because yeah, with the secondary rune, it's going to be Triumph. Triumph restores 12% of your missing health and grants you additional 20 gold whenever you get a kill or assist. Pretty similar to the healing from Conqueror, as you're trying to spend your HP as your resource to gain position and then stay on top of targets and hopefully kill them before they kill you. With the third rune, you have the good options of Legend Tenacity or Alacrity. Alacrity giving you attack speed, and then Legend Tenacity giving you Tenacity, which is going to help you against CC, so against junglers like Zac, or against supports like Nautilus Thresh, or solo laners like Ornn, etc. Where if you're playing into a lot of CC, then running Legend Tenacity is obviously going to give you a lot of value, but if you're not playing into any CC at all, or low forms of it, then you really just get better value out of Alacrity. Alacrity is going to give you attack speed, and the attack speed has to be built up, but it builds up really quickly for Master Yi, as you're basically just farming early. But when you are playing into matchups that the Tenacity is going to help you, so basically against like any CC, then you should look to run Legend Tenacity and build Merc Treads, because it just goes so far for Master Yi if the enemy can't lock him down. It's really the only counter to him is CC. So, and then for the fourth rune, it's always going to be Coup de Grace. With Coup de Grace, you deal 8% more damage to champions who are below 40% health, and with that, it's going to help you finish off targets, and and get the reset on your ult. And with that, it helps you kill the next target and the next one. With Master Yi, you also always have uptime on your damage, because you basically always have an auto attack up, and that's going to be the main benefit of the 8% damage increase is through your auto attacks. So basically, always with that uptime, you're always benefiting from Coup de Grace versus other champions who usually just want to spend every one of their abilities at once, and then they have the target low, but then the damage amplification from Coup de Grace wouldn't equate to anything really. For the secondary runes, you don't really have great options. Like in Inspiration, you really have nothing. You go like Freeboots, Cosmic Insight. With Resolve, you do have an interesting option in Resolve with Bone Plating and Revitalize. Bone Plating effectively giving you more HP, and Revitalize giving you more healing and shielding whenever you receive it. So if you're playing with if you're playing Funnel for one, you're always going to be getting more value out of Revitalize as you're getting heals and shields. And then with Bone Plating, you just have effectively more HP whenever you go in or when the enemy attacks you. So this secondary is completely fine, especially if you're playing Funnel or just playing with an Enchantress support in general. So Soraka top, Sona top, or even Enchanters in the bot lane like Lulu, Karma, etc. And then Bone Plating is going to be helping you in the earlier stages of the game too, especially if the enemy catches you out. In the Sorcery Tree, you don't really have great options. You could run like Absolute Focus, Gathering Storm. This would give you a lot of AD, but it's harder to keep the AD offered from Absolute Focus up, as you have to be above 70% health. And then with Gathering Storm, it just takes time. Every 10 minutes you gain bonus AD, but it takes time. Master Yi wants to get things done mid-game. You would also have the option of like Nimbus Cloak and Celerity. You could also go Celerity Water Walking, but all of these are kind of low value and kind of luxury anyways, as they're not going to really help Master Yi achieve things that he otherwise couldn't. Nimbus Cloak is pretty good. With Nimbus Cloak, you gain a magic damage shield whenever you are below 30% HP. That's fine into matchups like Elise or something. Maybe consider running that. And then if you're in the Sorcery Tree, I suppose you'd go with Gathering Storm. Water Walking does give you bonus AD, but the amount offered is pretty low, and is going to be beaten by Gathering Storm past 20 minutes. So, yeah. So that wouldn't be terrible. And then with the Domination Tree, you have your best option is going to be Eyeball Collection, Ravenous Hunter. Sudden Impact might be tempting, but with Sudden Impact, you gain bonus lethality and magic penetration for 5 seconds whenever you use your dash or your flash. So with that, the lethality offered really isn't that important, because most of your damage is going to be coming from the true damage with your E. And then, yeah, so with that, like, you do gain bonus lethality, but it's just for the 5 seconds whenever you initially go in, and that's when you're like building up your Conquer, and then you're also building up like your Rage Blade. So you're really building up a lot of stacks and not really looking to kill immediately. So Sudden Impact loses a lot of functionality there. You're going to be getting more damage from the bonus AD offered from Eyeball Collection. With Eyeball Collection, whenever you get a kill or assist, you gain bonus attack damage, and then this stacks up to a pretty relevant amount, about the same amount that you're going to get from Conquer, around level 11 or so. And with that bonus AD, again, it's converting into true damage, but it's also giving you more damage on your auto attacks and on your Q. So pretty useful, and then also kind of synergizes really well with how Master Yi is going to play out. With Ravenous Hunter, you heal for a percentage of damage dealt by your abilities, so this is going to heal you for the damage dealt by your Q and by your E. So with that, in combination with Conquer and in combination with Triumph, it's going to give you a lot more effective HP to play with and help you actually stay alive in fights to continue to kill the enemy champions instead of dying yourself. So I think Eyeball Collection plus Ravenous Hunter should be your default, especially if you're not playing with an Enchantress support. And then with Bone Plate and Revitalize, if you're playing with an Enchantress support, I think that's going to be giving you better value. So, and then for the shards, it's always going to be attack speed, attack damage, and then armor. Attack speed is going to help you clear the camps, and then obviously give you more attack speed whenever you're actually attacking the enemy champions. The Adaptive Force, same thing, AD to clear the camps early and then hit the enemy champions harder. And then since you're playing the jungle, armor is going to be going a lot further as you're taking mostly physical damage from the jungle camps. So it makes you healthier in your first clear. If you're playing into a lot of AP, you could run Magic Resist, as Master Yi does have a heal in his kit, so you would be taking more damage from the camps early. But so long that, let's say you're like skipping Raptors or Golems early, then maybe you can make it work. But most of the time, you just want the armor. Even if you're playing into AP, you can withstand it with the W. So that's really it for Master Yi runes. Nothing too complex, and I hope I expressed like why the other options just really don't come close to Conquer. Yes, you could get extra attack speed, but the bonus AD is going a lot further, and kind of the same thing with Hella Blades. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I answer literally all of them. If this video helped you, leaving a like on the video helps me. And if you're interested in watching me play or talk about League of Legends, you can check out my Twitch. It's twitch.tv/SorryNelson. Links in the description, man. Dude, I made Master Yi like season 5 or something, and I ran Teleport. It was so sick. Everyone was so bad at the game then too. It was pretty sick.